The Netherlands has long been seen as a sort of utopia, a country admired for its strong infrastructure, effective governance, and a society built on fairness and equality. From the outside, it looked like a place where things simply worked. The trains ran on time, the cities were well organized, and the people trusted in a system that had proven itself reliable for generations. But beneath this polished image, the Dutch have been living through a growing storm of problems that quietly built up until they could no longer be ignored. In recent years, that storm has forced the nation to rethink itself, ultimately leading voters to demand a radical change in leadership and vision. One of the most pressing issues is the housing crisis. For young people, families, and even middle-class workers, finding an affordable home in the Netherlands has become nearly impossible. Prices have skyrocketed while available space has shrunk. In a country famous for carefully planned urban development, this shortage feels like a betrayal of the Dutch promise, the promise that society will always find a practical, fair solution. A report by the Dutch Central Planning Bureau revealed that the number of homes built has unkept pace with population growth since the 1980s. What's worse, the Netherlands has an aging population, meaning that more homes are needed per person. According to the European Mortgage Foundation, the Netherlands has the second highest house price to income ratio in Europe after Luxembourg. This means that a home in the Netherlands costs on average 7.4 times more than the average annual salary. That's a lot higher than the European average of 5.5, and makes home ownership a distant dream for many. Meanwhile, rents have also climbed to unaffordable heights. Cities like Amsterdam and Utrecht have seen rental prices soar, pricing out many locals. A survey conducted by the Dutch Association of Municipalities showed that in major cities, the average rent for a two-bedroom apartment can cost upwards of $2,500 per month. In some cases, it can go even higher than that. And this isn't just a problem in major cities. Smaller towns are seeing similar increases, all contributing to a growing sense of unfairness. Young people feel particularly disenfranchised. They watch as wealthy foreigners and investors snap up properties, driving prices beyond their reach. The housing issue was only one crack in the system. Public trust in government collapsed dramatically with the childcare benefits scandal. Thousands of parents, many of them immigrants, were falsely accused of fraud, accused of wrongfully claiming childcare benefits. Entire families were driven into financial ruin. Lives were destroyed by the very state that was supposed to protect them. When the truth finally came out, it wasn't just an embarrassment for politicians, it was a devastating blow to the faith Dutch citizens had in their institutions. The COVID-19 pandemic added fuel to the fire. The Netherlands, a country often praised for its efficient governance, stumbled in its response. Confusing policies, shortages, and delays revealed that even here, where people believed systems were strong, the government could fail. The image of the Netherlands as a nation that had mastered organization and planning began to crumble. Alongside these failures came another uncomfortable truth. Inequality in Dutch society was rising. For generations, the Netherlands had prided itself on being egalitarian, a place where wealth and opportunity were shared more equally than in most of the world. But as rents rose, wages stagnated, and political elites seemed increasingly out of touch, ordinary citizens felt abandoned. The contrast between the image of fairness and the reality of struggle created a powerful sense of disillusionment. To understand how painful this shift has been, it's important to look at the country's history. For centuries, the Dutch relied on cooperation and consensus, literally working together to keep the sea from swallowing their land. This spirit of unity shaped Dutch politics, giving rise to a culture where compromise was valued over conflict. But in today's world, these old traditions seem unable to solve the modern crises of housing, inequality, and trust. The very system that once held the country together now feels outdated. The current political crisis in the Netherlands is a result of these simmering tensions. The traditional parties, the People's Party for Freedom and Democracy, the Christian Democratic Appeal, the Labour Party, and the Liberal Democrats, have dominated the political landscape for decades. However, they struggled to address the growing discontent. Then came the rise of new parties. On the right, the Party for Freedom under Geert Wilders tapped into fears of immigration and Islam, while on the left, the Socialist Party resonated with those struggling with housing costs and inequality. As the established parties failed to deliver solutions, voters turned to these new voices, giving them unprecedented support in elections. The tides of change were undeniable. The biggest upset came in the 2021 parliamentary election. Wilder's party won the most seats and became the largest party in parliament. The ruling coalition collapsed, and Mark Rutte, the prime minister who had led the Netherlands for over a decade, lost his position. His once dominant party was reduced to a minor player on the right. Now the Netherlands faces a future that seems uncertain. With a new government and a new direction, the question remains whether the country can overcome its internal divisions and external challenges. The Netherlands is at a crucial moment in its history. Its traditional identity as a harmonious and highly organized society has been challenged by a range of issues, from housing and inequality to the pandemic and political scandals. These challenges have eroded public trust, exposed social divisions, and called into question the effectiveness of the existing political system. The rise of populist and anti-establishment movements reflects a deep sense of discontent among the Dutch people. Years of careful consensus-based politics have given way to a more confrontational style that prioritizes quick results and appeals to emotion over reason. The new government faces the daunting task of addressing these challenges, while also restoring faith in institutions and bridging societal divides. Balancing competing interests and finding common ground will be essential in forging a new path forward. It will require a delicate balancing act to address the concerns of marginalized groups, tackle economic inequality, and restore trust in government. Moreover, the Netherlands must navigate an increasingly polarized global landscape marked by geopolitical tensions and environmental challenges. Striking a balance between competing national interests and collaborating with international partners will be key to ensuring stability and prosperity. Ultimately, the Netherlands' future hinges on its ability to adapt and evolve. Embracing diversity, fostering social cohesion, and embracing innovative solutions to complex problems will be crucial in shaping a more inclusive and sustainable future for the Dutch people. The Netherlands today is a nation grappling with its identity, its values, and its future. It is a story of a country that once stood as a beacon of order and fairness, but is now confronting the harsh realities of inequality, distrust, and division. The echoes of its past, however, offer a glimmer of hope. If the Dutch people can summon the same spirit of cooperation and unity that helped them tame the seas, they might just have the strength to weather this storm and pave the way for a better tomorrow. The Netherlands may not be the perfect country it once appeared to be, but it is a resilient one. With determination and unity, it can navigate the challenges ahead and continue its journey towards a more equitable and sustainable future.